welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today's pattern is pattern 5686 over on friendshipbracelets.net. Another one of those simple two-color patterns. And again, the number of the light colors outnumbers the number of dark colors, right? So there's like 4 coming down of the dark, and all of the rest of the 12 strings are the light, which makes it a lot like the one that I just did before. Except this one is seriously so easy. It is, if you can do a chevron, right, you could do this. In fact, in some ways, it's a little bit like, you'll see all of the white ones, I made those all just go to the right. And it uses them all pretty evenly as far as that goes. As far as the red ones, the row kind of first comes all to the left, and then the longer row is completely all to the right. Mostly because I really prefer doing the knots that go to the right versus those to the left. So I kind of did it in what it was most comfortable to me. And then the way it kind of segments out like this just makes the whole thing really, really easy. You'll see through the whole make here, I basically follow this same method. Make the little square, bring the red out, make the little square, red out. That continues on for the whole thing. There was no... I didn't have to look at the pattern much. I didn't have to do much of anything. This really, truly is a super fun, super easy bracelet. I know it's like kind of showing a different way of like doubling a pattern, but it turns out that like it really is just doubling what the original is. I thought when I got started, like when I made the pattern, I thought it was going to be like really different somehow. It's not. It's just like as if the pattern was doubled. But that said, it's a great, easy pattern for a beginner that might want to dabble around with something two-colored, and that it just turns out nice. It uses all the strings relatively evenly. It does use the red more than the light colors. But not so much that I had to worry about the tassel length or anything like that. So this is pretty easy going. There's not a whole lot I can really tell you of other than that. Like, it's really super easy. Again, because I favor the right knots, all of the light colored ones, they just keep going to the right whenever possible. The only left ones really are these red ones like this. And that's just kind of, it had to be that way, I guess. The reds had to come across if nothing else. But yeah. Oh, and you know how I often say, like, you know, like the 12-string bracelet roughly takes me an hour. This was almost exactly an hour. It was like maybe an hour and 2 minutes or an hour and 3 minutes, something like that. And I honestly believe if it wasn't for the fact of me trying to count to see like where I was in it, I think I would have been a little bit less than an hour in making this. So yeah, it went really nice and quick. So yeah, if you want like a two color, easy to make kind of bracelet, this is all you. And seriously, you just need 2 contrasting colors, right? And it looks cool. It looks like it would be harder than it really is, I think, which is a great thing to have in a bracelet, right? You want the people who are receiving it to think that, oh, you know, that looks, you know, like it took effort. And but you don't want to have to necessarily like spend hours and hours trying to pull it off. So this is pretty good in that aspect. And I didn't really leave myself a whole lot of like, what did I learn or what did I get out of this? Because it's really super, super simple. In that aspect, maybe I should have sped this up even faster because I'm running out of things to say about it. But it's nice. It's a good looking bracelet. It was a pleasure to make. I did it while watching videos. I didn't no live stream for this one or whatever. It was later in the day. In fact, it's kind of late right now. But I just finished it, and I thought, like, you know, since it just finished it, maybe I'd have more to be able to say for it. And again, maybe not. Okay, so let's do the thanking our Patreon supporters and my YouTube members for making this possible. And if you think I'm buying time so that way I can try to think of something else to talk about, you're right. But honestly, I can't do this without all of the help that I get from these guys. And I do sincerely appreciate it. So if you want to join the list of names that are up there, you would be more than welcomed to, because every little bit helps. And I definitely appreciate it. And you know, I guess not all of my designs are going to be like incredibly difficult. I do want to have some easier ones in there for you, some of the beginners that might not be ready to do all of the bigger stuff or make bags or pillows and all the other big things that I do. I think there's room for trying out some easy stuff as well and getting the beginners interested in this stuff. This pattern actually can be made to be much bigger. Like this is like doubled, but if you imagine, this is not unlike the bag that I did that had like, I want to say it was like 30 colors. I don't remember how many, but all of the little diamonds all had different colors coming from different angles. So it is a lot like that. So learning how to make this could be a stepping stone to making something bigger and way more intense. So I don't remember what that particular, like that was a whole bunch of like live streams and stuff, but I don't remember what the bag was actually called. Yeah, I just don't remember. But yeah, these learning some basic simple ones that are fun can definitely build up your confidence and get you involved in making things that are bigger and more exciting, if that's the direction you want to go. Or if you just want to have something nice for friends, there's nothing wrong with these easier patterns. And if you enjoy this, let me know. Tell me that you want some easier patterns and I'll see what I can find. I'm just kind of used to the idea that like most people know me for like the bigger ones, but you know, we can do easier ones as well. I mean, I had a lot of fun making it, which seems kind of, I don't know, different because I tend to do bigger, more intense things most of the time. But I don't know. Bracelet making to me is almost like a meditation. It's relaxing. It takes away a lot of my anxiety that I basically have all the time. And yeah, this one, the only thing I had to be anxious about was how long should it be, and kind of ending it at the right spot. That was it. That was the only thing. And you'll see, like for the first 40 minutes, I didn't bother counting it, and then for the last one, I kind of knew that I would be getting kind of close. So I counted a few times. I'm really terrible. Like if I count something, you know, let's say there's 9 diamonds down and I know I need to get like 14. I'll count at 9. Okay. Next one, I got 10. Next one, what? And then I have to count again. Like it doesn't stick. Like I can't do stuff and keep the track of the count. And somewhere I had one of those little clicker things that I thought I would use for this, but I couldn't find it. I don't know. It's probably in the office here somewhere, but I couldn't find it. That would have been a lot helpful to me to be able to do this, but whatever. It all came out. And you know, like I said, I like it. I personally think this is a fun one. It's just a plain red with a off white, and yeah, you could have. So this was with 2 colors. You could go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. You could do this with 5 colors and make them kind of interchange and stuff. If you're interested in that for a video, remind me where I talked about this so that way I can try to remember what I'm thinking right now. And tell me, yeah, you want me to make a tutorial, and I will. And it will look pretty cool. Pretty cool. Better, those typically would be better if you do it on a spiral, because then you don't have to worry about the color bouncing at the side and turning up in 2 squares at once. But it could still be done. You just end up with weird bits in the corners, that kind of thing. But still, totally doable. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm not sure how much there is left of this video. Kind of ways, though. Yeah, it's hard to see where you are on it because it doesn't change. There's no, you know, seeing a point and knowing that, you know, you're hitting the end or whatever. So like this just kind of could go on for as far as the strings will let you, which is great. Again, with a pattern that uses all the strings relatively evenly, this would be a good pattern if you were using, let's say, if you wanted to make a ukulele strap or something like that, you know, where it's going to be a much longer thing. This would be a good pattern for something like that. And that was me counting them. Again, I'm working a long ways from the clip, mostly for your sake, so that way you can see the pattern and see what's going on. But working closer to the clip definitely keeps the tensions easier to maintain. So. Oh, the way I'm segmenting this and way it's breaking down and coming to the right, if you prefer the left-handed knot, you could reverse this whole process and have the same exact effect going the other direction. So if the right knot, well, I don't want to say the right knot, the knot that goes to the right, if that's your preferred one, then you'd want to do it the way I'm doing it. If you prefer the knot that goes to the left, you could actually mirror this and it would turn out the same and it would be fine. If you are doing this and your bracelet seems to like kind of twist and roll like a spiral staircase, you're holding the knots on the right hand side up higher than where they are like from the clip on the left hand side, and that will cause them to your bracelets to sort of roll. That's especially true with like a candy stripe, but it can happen with a bracelet like this as well. So you want to try to keep all of the knots evenly close to the board itself. It'll turn out a lot better that way. So there you go. Yep. Like I said, have to count it and then recount it and then count it again. It seems, I don't know why that is. If it's an ADHD thing, let me know, because I'm really curious if that's, I'm not sure. It could just be me, but no. I definitely do like this though. I do like the idea that I did something so easy and so relaxing. It was really a nice change for me. So yeah. If you have patterns that might be easy, but you're curious about, throw me that in the comments. Maybe we can come up with something else to work on. Be fun. Oh, and because I do everything in this very systematic way, I think it also lends itself to making sure that it looks really cohesive all the way through the whole entire bracelet. If you keep changing the directions and stuff like that, that could end up leading to it looking kind of sloppy. So just keep that in mind. Finding like a way of doing it and then sticking to it will definitely make your work come out looking better. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that made it worth sticking around, because yeah, I'm at the end of the video already. So thanks for hanging out with me all this time. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.